Hello guys, we have the new event with Natsu and Lucy, and let's just go through this really quickly. It's basically like AFK stages. You go around doing things and you can collect these upgrades and you can upgrade your attack, defense, execution, magic defense or HP. You can also get these random buffs and we unlock more. The first day was really quick. It's really buggy right now though, and as you can see there, my screen went black, so all I can do is restart. So yeah, it's a bit buggy, but let's get to the reason why you guys joined in. And let's talk about the heroes themselves a bit. It looks like Natsu can be very good in AFK stages, but you have this big problem with a lot of you guys already have a lot of heroes that already can push in AFK stages and are really strong there. And if you want to see more testing right now, you should go over and check Rake's live stream that he did, because he did a lot of thorough testing and he tested it on basically all the modes, and I was just looking on and seeing how they were. And as free to play right now, I don't see how can I recommend them. Because when it comes to Natsu, you already have all of these other heroes that can push AFK stages, and sure, he might become stronger later on when we have the new season, and I think he can be a really good pusher in like the early stages of a season. But also remember, we have 28 days to summons for these heroes, so don't stress out, don't panic just yet. And if you're wondering if you should go either Natsu and Lucy, or you should go in on Chimera. Chimera also have 2 weeks left, so don't panic. We have plenty of times to decide on who you should go, and people have plenty of times where you can test them. Like 2 weeks before Chimera disappears, that's plenty. And if you missed Chimera, you can just summon for Siren or Lorsan and use your swap ticket to get Chimera anyways, so no need to panic. If you got like one of them up, you can swap them. I wouldn't swap Siren though. But back to the heroes. And Lucy, she doesn't seem that impressive overall. She could be kind of good in some sense at time to time, but it's really hard to place. But she basically does the summon an Aquarius that assists her in the battle, and this Aquarius conjures a water swirl that strikes a one-tile area with the most enemies and dealing damage to them, and also stun them for 2 seconds, and they can do this water swirl attack every 10 seconds. And then you have like this lucky kick she can do as well, where she goes in and deals some damage, and she also stuns them for 2.5 seconds, and she remains unaffected while she does this. And then Lucy's ultimate transfer her into Aquarius for the rest of the battle, and while she's in that form she can do a swirl as well, so we'll have both her and the other Aquarius. So you have this CC that's going on. So CC wise she could be really good, and she will probably find a spot in PvP later on, but not right now. And we still don't know how we will be able to summon these once this rate up banner is gone. But we will get news on that hopefully later today or in the coming days. She also grants this massive shield to the weakest ally. That's really cool. And while she reaches full energy and Aquarius is on the battlefield, the Aquarius gains some attack speed once she gets to S+. So she's like a stun utilization hero. Seems pretty cool. But Natsu on the other hand has 2 different forms. He has the lightning one and fire one. So if you have the lightning one, he basically focuses on debuffing heroes, while the fire one deals more damage. So in the lightning one, he still deals damage within a 3-tile frontal arc, but he stuns the enemies for 3 seconds. And in the fire version instead, he deals a lot more damage within that. Like you can see, he deals 1,000 more damage in the fire version than it does in the lightning. So depending on the situation, you can either use him as a stunner or as a huge damage dealer. He's also struggling a bit finding his place right now. And I know it's only been like a couple of hours of the reset here, but people will find somewhere to use him. He will most likely be used somewhere in Supreme Arena, where people will find a cool spot for him. But is he really worth a huge investment for pushing AFK stages right now, and also maybe have some utilization in Supreme Arena? But we almost have a month to pull for him or Lucy, so we will find that all out by testing and going forward. So don't stress about it. His second ability in the lightning mode, he deals damage to the enemy who's dealt the most cumulative damage while reducing their haste. So this is really good. If you don't know what haste does, it increases the frequency of the unit's normal attacks and skills by 1%, and also the attack animation by 1%. So reducing the haste of the top damage dealer in the enemy team by 80 could make the fight turn around, who knows. And the haste reduction effect diminishes over 5 seconds until it expires. So basically straight away it starts losing some haste. But at least it's a massive debuff from the start there. In Fire Dragon mode, Natsu strike an adjacent enemy, dealing some damage of the target's max HP and knocking him down for 0.5 seconds. This damage cannot exceed his 1000% plus 100% of his skill power of his attack. It scales a bit where he deals more damage. So we then have his third ability. This skill triggers only once per battle after the first defeat of an ally. So this is an ally, have that in mind. Fueled by rage, Natsu increases attack and defense by 27% and 3% of skill power of the defeated ally's corresponding stats. So depending on who dies, he gets more or less stats. If the allied Lucy is defeated, Natsu increases his crit by 5 and crit damage boost by 5. I don't know what a huge difference this would make, but that means if you want to utilize this part, you would have to play him with Lucy. So that means you would have to pull for both. So that part of the ability might be more of a whale mechanic. Sure, we're getting some copy of Lucy for free. I think we're getting like Mythic Plus on her for free. But if you want to use that in PvP, I don't believe so. And in the rest of the things, like in AFK stages, if your hero starts dying, usually you can't win the fight anyways. In most cases, there is exceptions, of course. Then we have the hero focus. In lightning mode, he increases his haste by 9. And in fire mode, he increases attack by 12%. So there we also have the huge difference between he being a stunner and a damage dealer. And then we have the Mythic Plus. When Natsu deals damage, he reduces the target's max HP by 40% of the actual damage dealt. So in the lightning mode, the target's max HP will be reduced less, of course, because the lightning mode deals less damage overall. But in the fire mode, we're actually seeing him removing the HP quite quickly and doing pretty decent in AFK stages just by this ability alone, where he removes the HP so they can't heal up. It's really cool. If we go in here, you can see it quickly here in the beginning. You see here. That's like his passive. So when he hits here, you can see a chunk being removed here. And they can't heal above that again. So he removes that HP. It's really cool. And then this increases depending on how far up you get him, of course. And then it S+, causes an enemy to lose HP through any means other than his normal attacks. He burns the enemy for 5 seconds, dealing 8% damage every 0.5 seconds. So he has some really cool abilities overall and looks really cool and so on. But man, it's hard justifying a hero that pushes AFK stages when we already have so many heroes that pushes AFK stages. And this recommendation is for right now. And I don't want you guys going in and thinking that you need to pull them day one. Please wait for the testing. Like, especially as free to play, wait for that testing. We have so much time left. And you will also get more resources by doing the event itself they have going. Like, going in here, you got the store where you can buy Lucy copies. And if you open one of these chests, you can either pick Lucy or you can pick Temporal Essence for Lucy, for example. And then we also have these Fairy Tale Dimensional Invite, which is used to summon both Lucy and Natsu. So the longer you wait, the more you can save as well, because you're using these instead of your own diamonds. So have that in mind as well. Take your time. We will get additional rewards through this event. So there's no rush. You can save more diamonds by waiting as well. So I just want to stress that you can save more diamonds by just waiting, because you will get more from the store. We also get stuff from in here as well. And we get small goals and objectives we can complete in there as well. So please don't stress. Don't mess up what you already been saving, guys. Just because you want them today, because they look really cool. But in the end, it's all up to you. Like I said, the biggest use case we have found for the heroes so far is basically Natsu in AFK stages. But take this with a grain of salt as well, of course. Because it's been like 2 hours at this point as I'm recording this, where the testing has been done. And it's also really hard for example, for rigs to test stuff like this, because it's only up against whales. But over time we will find out how good they really are. So don't stress. Enjoy the new minigames and stuff we got them through this event. It was actually kind of decent jumping around here, and that's also one of the things. Why didn't they just release this for anniversary? People would have been quite happy with having a small minigame like this to celebrate anniversary, and also having our first dimensional heroes. That would have been a really, really cool way to just do something special for anniversary. Other than that, Ravage Realm has opened up, so good luck with that as well, guys. Are you guys gonna pull for Natsu and Lucy, or are you gonna wait a week or two? Or have you already completed your summons and now you're sitting there and being like, hey, why didn't you upload this video earlier? But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.